Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to enter, complete an investigation and finalise an incident in Skytrust. In this video you will learn how to enter an incident, initiate an investigation for an incident and finalise an incident. Log into Skytrust ensuring you're in the business unit of which the incident occurred. This ensures effective reporting. From the blue toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen, select the Safety tab. To enter new incidents into the system, select Add New Incident Report from the menu. In the screen that appears, you can see your name and the day's date are automatically populated. These can be changed by selecting other options in the drop-down boxes or using the calendar symbol to change the date. Skytrust provides a predetermined list of departments, locations and areas. Select from the drop-down boxes what is most relevant to the incident you are reporting. Bestbar does not use an internal referencing system, so you can leave that field blank. Describe the exact location of where the incident occurred. In the incident description, write exactly what happened. We only want facts in this section. This will help with our investigation later in the process. The next field requires you to enter the immediate action taken after the incident occurred. If there were witnesses to the incident, you can select them from this drop-down box. You can select as many as necessary. If the witness is third party to the business, you can put their name and any contact details in the box below. This next section of the form allows you to select the type of incident that occurred. You can select more than one type if applicable to the incident you are entering. This section also allows you to report a hazard if associated with the incident. You can uncheck this box if there is no hazard to report. In this case, the spill was the hazard associated to this incident. When you select near miss as the incident type, it will prompt you to select the employee that was involved in the near miss. If they are not in the list provided, there is a text box to provide their full name. When you select personal injury as the incident type, it will prompt you to select the employment status of the person who was injured. Overall, what is chosen in this section will determine what needs to be completed in the form. Skytrust will do this automatically based on the type of incident you have selected. In the actual consequences section, you need to give a risk score for each of the categories. When you select the exclamation mark next to each category, a risk matrix will appear. You can use the matrix to assist you in determining the risk score of the category. The next section is for providing a risk score if the incident could have been potentially much worse, or if you are reporting a near-miss incident. Today I will run through how to complete the injury incident sections, as it is crucial to complete these details correctly. If the injury is classed as a medical, lost time injury, or in the unlikely event of a fatality, a HSE officer is required to complete the incident report. The first drop-down requires you to select the injured person from the employee list. Next, choose the type of injury that was sustained. If you hover over the different injury types, a box will appear with the full description of the abbreviations. In the injury description section, describe the injury that was sustained. In the next section, describe what the employee was doing at the time of injury. So what task was being attempted at the time? In the next box, describe what was done to cause the injury. The last box requires a description of how the injury was sustained as the result of what happened. Next is a series of drop-down boxes to select from. Select the relevant option from the duty status, percentage of shift completed, and experience in task drop-down boxes. The next drop-down requires you to select the injured body part. Select Add Body Part. You can select as many body parts as is relevant to the incident. Select what is relevant to the incident from the nature, mechanism, and agency of injury from the next three drop-down boxes. The next section requires information regarding the type of treatment given to the injured person. If first aid was applied, select who performs the first aid treatment from the list of employees. If the first aid provider's name is not on the list provided, provide their full name in the other text box. In the treatment given on site text box, provide details of the treatment the person performing the first aid provided. The remainder of this section is for HSE or HR personnel use only. If you selected Associated Hazard when identifying what type of incident you were reporting, you will need to complete the hazard details. Now select Add Incident. The screen will refresh and you will see a summary of what was entered. When you scroll to the bottom, there is a section to add documents to the incident, including photos and videos. If you have made a mistake when reporting the incident, you have the option to edit the report here. Back at the top of the form, there are three options: PDF export, where you can save this document as a PDF, Print Page, where you can print the details of the incident, and Investigation, where you can initiate an investigation into the incident reported. Every incident requires an investigation to be able to close off the incident and ensure corrective action. Select Investigation. You will need to select Edit Investigation to be able to complete this page. If you are initiating the investigation and will not be part of the investigation, from the Investigation Teams section, select from the drop-down boxes the people responsible for investigating this incident. This may be HSE, HR, or supervisory personnel. Now select Modify. The people selected as investigators will receive an email notification advising the need for investigation. If you are the investigator for an incident, you are still required to select the investigator names from the drop-down boxes, including your own. You will need to select a due date for the investigation to be completed. Before adding in 5 whys, you must select Modify from the bottom of the screen. If you don't, anything you have entered so far will be erased. Select Add New 5 whys. Enter into the critical event field what the cause of the incident was. You may not need to ask 5 questions to get to your root cause. Often you will come to a root cause after just 3 or 4 whys. You can do as many 5 why entries as necessary, as there will rarely be only one root cause to an incident. From the root cause identified in the 5 whys, select the cause group that it belongs to. These options are predetermined. From what is selected from the cause group, a list is automatically generated in the Cause Factor section, where you are required to select what is relevant from the drop-down box. In the existing Fail Controls text box, provide the types of controls that are in place for this type of cause factor. This can be signs in the factory, procedures and work instructions, PPE, machine guarding, and so on. The next drop-down box you are required to select the type of control that you mentioned. Repeat this process for every root cause you determine relevant to the investigation. Select Modify and Add Action. This allows you to assign actions to people. This can be in relation to corrective and preventative action, initiating disciplinary action, or initiating interviews, and so on. Select Send Action. Select Done. From here, You can choose to either modify and add another action, or simply select Modify. You can add investigation interview details, additional actions, and documents by going to the investigation page. Instead of selecting Edit, scroll down to the bottom of the page. You will see you have options to add. To close an incident, the investigation process must be complete. When the process is complete, the lead investigator needs to enter a close date and change the status to closed within the investigation page. This will notify the other investigators and the relevant managers and supervisors that the incident has been closed off. To search existing incidents, select Incident Search from the Safety menu. You can use the search field to enter in keywords of the incident, or you can select from the drop-down boxes to limit your search. Alternatively, you can use the Next and Previous options at the bottom of the screen. Once you find the incident, if you only want to view the incident, select Details and this will provide you a summary. Use this option to view and edit the investigation as well. If you need to edit the incident report, select Edit and this will allow you to edit the incident reporting page. This concludes your training on using Skytrust to report incidents. For further information on other modules within Skytrust, please see other available video tutorials. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.